Hello patrons and welcome back to the video. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to play aggressive, how to attack like a pro player, all the tips and tricks revealed, all secrets revealed as well, any secrets that us pros might know that the average player might not have access to. I'm going to be, showing those. Pretty much everything that I know will be in this video, and it should be a, long but hopefully impactful video to help you guys get better at the game. And it's going to make the game more fun because if you're able to attack, generally speaking, you're having more fun playing because defending is usually the stressful part and attacking is usually the fun part, at least to most players. And this is really important because so far on the channel and on the Patreon, it's been mostly defensive based videos. Think about it's mostly about playing smart. My emphasis is about being, calculated, fundamental gameplay. It's not necessarily about, playing aggressive and risk taking. And the reason for that is that I believe you have to have a good base before you transition to an aggressive player, or else you're going to leave a lot of bad habits and have a lot of holes in your game. So this video is really dedicated to the people that have been following up until this point and are now looking to play a bit more aggressive or looking to just learn more. And this is something that I just haven't taught yet, so this is the perfect video for you. And of course, if you're watching this as a new Patreon member, I highly recommend you check out some of the other videos. But even as a standalone video, this should be rather interesting. It's going to be packed with information. So there's something here for everybody is what I'm trying to say. So I've come together with 6 points that I think are really good in attacking methodology. They make sense, they're very intuitive, but of course I will explain them all first as a little bit of theory, and then I'm going to show you guys some practical examples by hopping into some ranked games. For this video, I'm going to be playing against people my level or slightly, professional players, basically players around my level, and not against like players from the Patreon because I won't be able to show correct aggression if I'm not playing against someone my level, or else, they're just going to have less available to them due to inefficiency and whatnot, and it won't be an accurate, practical example. So I'll be playing against guys my level, but it should really translate to, your games and whatever level you guys are playing at. It should translate to all levels, to be honest with you. So with all that said, let's go ahead and hop right into the theory portion. So here I've basically compiled 6 points that I think really make up how to actually attack. But of course, this is really just a summary of them. All of these are very nuanced, and we're going to talk about, a bit more detail once the practical examples come through. So number 1 is choosing the correct aggression or correct strategy for aggression. This is really important because a lot of times if you want to put pressure on your opponent, you want to attack. But if you don't have a civilization that's suitable for attacking, or you don't do the right thing to set up your attack is going to be weak. And if you have a weak attack, or like it's too slow, or it's poorly timed, or it's just not the right thing at all, you're going to lose value. You're going to lose, potentially units, which is like resources for free. You're going to lose the opportunity to develop your economy. You're going to maybe be too slow to get to the next age. So a failed attack or a bad strategy to play aggressive will actually set you behind rather than doing damage to your opponent. So it's very important that we're precise on picking the strategy, and I'll give you guys a ton of examples once we get to the practical side of things. Number 2 is to try to gain the initiative as soon as possible or when convenient. This is done sometimes by skipping economy upgrades, or sometimes by just going up a little bit faster to the next age, or sometimes by just scouting our opponent and deciding to send the first few units forward. A lot of times, and especially at lower levels, players just sit around with their first few units and refuse to attack. They refuse to move out until they feel very safe at home. Well, if you want to gain the initiative, you can just break that habit and you can just send your first couple units aggressive. And that way you dictate the pace of the game and you're the guy putting the pressure. Now, if you don't do this, what happens is your opponent can just attack you instead. And then you're in a situation where you can counterattack, which is reasonable, or you just have to defend. This is fine, but this is not the kind of aggression that I like to put as a safe and consistent player like myself. I don't like to just let my opponent have the initiative and then have to try to risk a counterattack, which may or may not pay off. And if it doesn't pay off, then I'm getting attacked and I might lose the game. So I like to kind of dictate the pace of the game myself and gain initiative first, all right? The third point is to look for free value whenever. This point will make a lot more sense once the practical examples come through, but the main idea is we want to get value or like damage that does not cost us anything, that does not come at the expense of like unit HP or like as little as possible. It does not come at a cost of us delaying, certain upgrades or, potentially staying in feudal age too long. This is like the number one thing. Like for example, if I have a scout in feudal age and my opponent has an unloomed villager and I'm hitting that villager downhill, that's a really good value trade. That's like almost free, I would call it, because we're going to be killing a villager. He's unloomed or feudal age. He's downhill, so we just, chop him down in a few hits. If he fights back, we're going to lose something like 5 or 10 HP on the scout max, which is quite negligible in the long run. So that would be considered free value. Kill a villager for almost free. Say in another instance, our opponent has 2 unloomed villagers, and we want to target them with a scout. But then as soon as we take the fight, he brings in, 2 other villagers, and suddenly we killed a villager, but we lost our scout. This is actually a decent trade, but it's not free value because we lost our scout in the process. So the main idea and the first thing we're looking for is free value. Now, free value will be available a lot more often than you think it is. It's just not going to be as obvious. Like, it's not always going to be in the form of a free villager. That's a lot of free value. Other times, it's going to be idle time. It's going to be your opponent just, trying to attack your scout, and then you go back, and then he's lost a few seconds of working time. That's free value. He didn't hit your scout, you backed up, and he just lost a little bit of time. It's small, but it's free value. My theory is that free value will add up when you're attacking, and you're going to overwhelm your opponent's mental stack. Like, for example, even if, like, picture this for a second. I have 3 scouts, and even if I don't kill anything, if I just run to my opponent's woodline and then to his gold and force him to run his spearmen, to those areas or quick wall, I'm costing my opponent maybe a little bit of resources on the quick walling or the villager idle time, but I'm also taking his attention away from what he's trying to do. And that mental damage, for lack of a better word, is free value. And this is something that nobody talks about. But if you watch my tournament games, I'm using this almost every single time I'm attacking. I'm pressuring every single weak point of my opponent and just forcing them to react. And if, let's say Viper gets a really nice quick wall and maybe, I couldn't kill the villain in the end, I'm still ahead of that engagement, of that trade, right? Because my opponent is still forced to invest time and effort into that quick wall that I can, spend elsewhere, or I spend it when it's convenient for me. If I'm attacking, I'm spending effort on the attack, but my opponent, and it's convenient for me because if I could do other stuff, I would just do other stuff like fix my economy. I've talked about that in another video. So if my economy is fixed, then I have time to attack, and I use that time to force my opponent to, quick wall. He might do it when it's not convenient for him, thus netting me more free value and more advantage. There's a lot of free value to take, and this is where the insanely high ceiling of attacking comes to fruition. And I'll give you some commentary when I'm attacking to show you just how much free value is there. And this is the point that I think a lot of people miss when it comes to attacking. I've done a lot of coaching, and they just don't look for the little advantages. They think I have to either kill a villager or it's not worth even engaging. And in my opinion, there's a lot of things in between killing a villager that can count as free value and that are worth going for that a lot of players might miss out on. So this point is really important, which is why I invested a few minutes talking about it. Next, if there's some resistance, we look for winning fights or trades. So, for example, in here, it's free value for the most part. In this example, or in this point, it's more about like, okay, my opponent has a spearman, and I've got 3 scouts. Is it a good trade if I take the spearman out? Well, let's look for winning fights. If I hit the spearman and I take, only 2 hits on my scouts, that could be considered a winning fight, and so I might take it. All right, this is where the player's judgment comes to be. So in general, we're looking for free stuff. If we can't find it, we look for stuff that might cost us something, but might be worth it. All right, so we take something that could be worth it. Let's say 3 scouts, we attack a woodline, 5 villagers hit us back, we kill 1 vill, he kills 1 scout. That's worth it most of the time. All right, so that's what we're looking for. Here it's a lot of like, it depends. But of course, a lot of attacking comes down to it depends on the situation, and it comes with practice to make the right calls at the right time. And again, you have only a few seconds to make the calls, so it really does. It really does take a lot of experience to know what to go for and what not to go for. But the main idea is here we want to look for winning fights or good trades. If there are no winning fights, we look to disengage. We look to run away and conserve our army for another time. Right? You don't have to force something. If it's not a winning fight, you just don't have to take it. Sometimes we can't disengage in the form of archers and infantry. Sometimes we can't disengage if our opponent has a bunch of scouts in the field or whatnot. In this case, we take the best trade possible. Either we try to damage as many of his scouts as we can before we die, or we look to just trade our army, dive onto a villager, try to kill 1 vill at least, so we get some form of trade. So these 6 points take you from not attacking to then getting free stuff, to then taking good trades, to then conserving our army, and then to take the best trade possible. So it's really a checklist, and that's why they're numbered, as to what you're trying to do in order. All right. So that's the theory. We're going to refer to these points as we play the game, and I'm going to queue up, and hopefully I'll have my editor cut from this point to the point where I get a game, so I can show you guys these in action. Alrighty. So we got the first game here. So again, I don't know who my opponent is, and I don't know what's going on, but entirely. But I'm going to go random civ. And I'm going to show you guys that you can put aggression with basically any civ if you pick the right strategy. So just remember the checklist real quick, the 6 steps. The first one is choosing the correct strategy for aggression. And I'll be giving you guys some good commentary that will hopefully explain that with the random civ that I get, okay? So I'm not going to, pick one civ and then show you guys one strategy. I will adapt it to whatever I get in the matchup, all right? And this should be a top player. I don't know who it is, but it should be like a really strong player. And then I'm going to try to go through the checkpoints and give you guys very, very nuanced commentary and very detailed commentary based on what I find, okay? So this is not like prepared or planned. This is going to be on the fly, but hopefully you'll get a good example of what we're looking for here. And I try to do this because I brand myself on, consistency. And so I should be able to do this in any game and not just like one specific game. So let's see if I can do it and see if I can live up to the situation. So I got Huns against Wu. My opponent is Fire, which is a fellow pro player. And I'm playing as the Huns, so I have no houses, of course. And this is going to be more or less standard commentary for, different parts of the game. But I'll try to give you guys some specific commentary when it comes to the aggressive or the aggression or the attacking part of things. So start things off, we have to pick the right strategy. This is dependent on the map, and it's also dependent, or my map, and it's dependent on my opponent's civilization or the matchup, both civilizations, okay? And I have a video on that specifically on Patreon as well if you want more information there. In this case, I'm playing as the Huns, which is quite an aggressive civilization in its own right, but my opponent has the Wu. Now, playing aggressive doesn't mean I have to go all out and, I have to like pressure him, send vills forward, and do something crazy. We can do calculated aggression. So in this case, the best strategy would be for me to play aggressive, would be to open archers to defend myself against his men-at-arms. And then after I open archers, I want to follow that up with some scouts or something to be able to attack my opponent and move out. All right? If I open scouts directly, I would actually be playing defensive. Even though scouts is a very aggressive strategy, I'd be playing defensive because my opponent, who could go for really nice men-at-arm rushes that heal, is going to be in a situation where he can just bring in spearmen, and then I can just never clear out his infantry, which would keep me forever on defense. However, opening archers can be a very defensive build order. So what I want to do is I want to adapt that build a little bit. I'm going to make my second building to be a mining camp. I'm going to up to the next age a little faster than usual. So normally it's like a 19 villager, so 20 pop archer build that I usually recommend. But in this case, I'm going to try to skip it by 2 populations. So it's going to be a 17 villager uptime. I'll do this by just going heavily on food and then going for my lumber camp and also luring deer. If I don't have deer, I could do it with the chickens, but it might be like 1 pop later, so something adaptive to that situation. But here it's deer, so I can go for the really fast uptime. All right, so we're going to open archers initially, and then we're going to keep ourselves safe to begin. And again, this is a very important point that I want to mention, which is why the practical examples are so important here, is that this aggression and how to attack, it's not really about being the only guy attacking all the time, all right? We want to be able to actually be smart about things. And now I'm just realizing I don't have my boar. My second boar is not visible, so I have to try to figure that guy out as soon as I can. He should be somewhere around. I'll continue luring deer, though, I think. Hopefully I can scout him with these buffaloes. You have to go 3 on wood with Huns, because just naturally... There we go. Just naturally start with 100 less wood, so I have to be able to do that. And now I'm looking for my next boar. He's usually around where I get the other sheep, so I'm going to take a gamble. There we go, paid off. Helps to know the Arabian map script a little bit. But yeah, he should come in good timing. And then the second building I'll make is the mining camp. And the reason for that is just to be able to up a little bit faster and not have to, like, sacrifice or delay my range or, like, skip any eco upgrades or whatnot. Actually, I might skip an economy upgrade. It's going to be horse crawler that I'll skip, but I'll show you why when we get there. So here, second boars come in. And I'm going to do 1 more villager and then hopefully loom after. And then I'm going to make my mining camp. And then I'll be up right after that. So that's going to be the plan. Hopefully I can make that happen. There we go. Or I can just skip loom. No, let's go with loom. And I need to send 2 bills here. And hopefully I'm going to be able to do this. I would drop off the wood. There we go. And it has to be 2 bills or else it won't be in time. So now I have to scout my opponent's map. Like normal. Again, a lot of this Dark Age stuff is, standard stuff. Hopefully I will be in time. I'm going to have some idle time, so I'll make 1 more bill. Look at that. I've already messed up a little bit. Shouldn't matter too much. We'll use this 1 villager to pick these guys up. But, you know, that is a small mistake, for sure, to be a bit late there. Probably due to delaying the boar. And maybe getting a little bit late to wood there as the Huns. Alright, found my opponent. Let's run away from the town center. Lost some HP, but not too much. Should be okay. So now we have to play the strategy, right? We're going to open with the one-range archers. Now, it could be two ranges if I want to. Depending on the situation, I might go for it. I will for sure go for a second production building, whether that's another range or a stable, because that's what's going to allow me to put pressure on my opponent. Alright? I can't wait till Castle Age in a map like this. I could steal those, but for sake of argument, I'll just give it to them. That's fine. I don't want to have any unfair advantages or any lucky advantages. Alright, so I'm taking in some gold. Now I've got to look at the map a little bit. So going archers is definitely good for the matchup here. Map is a little strange. I probably could wall that, but it's a bit much. I say no problem. So instead, what I'm going to look to do here is just kind of play open and look to really try to read what he's going for and stay alert. Alright. So here I have my standard archer build, where I take a little bit of extra wood early so I can afford my my one range. He's up pretty fast, as you can see. I should have been up around the same time. But it doesn't look like he's actually going for men-at-arms, because he just made the barracks. So I've played against the matchup here, but scouting is still important. He opens for the stable, which is really interesting. So now I can pressure him from a completely different situation. I can adapt the strategy by sending in a forward spearman. This is point number 2, which is to try to gain the initiative whenever possible. The spears could come in defensively here. I could do that, alright? But that's not going to give me the initiative at all. So instead, I'm going to send them forward and try to gain the initiative that way, alright? And the next thing is to try to get free value, and that's the really cool part. So let's see if we can lock down this initiative thing. So I'm going to send the spear forward right away. And I'll send another spear towards maybe the berries. I'm going to go forward with 2 spearmen. Maybe even a third. You know what? Hey, maybe even a third. So I really want to get the initiative and force him to go with a range to defend. This is not a good trade, so we have to disengage. So again, we're skipping to the next points, but it, you know, it does apply here. We'll bring the spear in. Hopefully this is going to get us some nice momentum. And there it is. We got rewarded. Very good. So now we're getting the initiative. Now he can't attack me as easily as he thought he could. And he might have to go back and defend because I've got the spears already forward. Alright. And now what I could do is add one more spear at home to defend myself, just to not be completely open. But let's try to push on to my opponent here. He makes a range to defend. Alright. So that means I'm going to need a range at some point as well. Alright, and these spearmen have to go to the berries now, because that's the only place that I can actually pressure him. And now I'm waiting to bring my archers forward. I'll make one more spear and a blacksmith here to defend myself a little bit. Because he can still counterattack, even if we have the initiative. And now we're going to pressure and look for some free value. Free value in this case will look like, you know, him defending with extra spears, so adding in spears. It would be taking good trades. Alright, so here we go. We have 3 versus 2, so that's a good trade. Perfect. And now I'm looking to attack with my archers as a follow-up pressure. He still has some scouts unaccounted for, so what I'm going to do is actually attack with this little army here. And then the new spear at home will stay at home. And that's another Patreon habit as well that I taught in another video. So here we go. Free value. So he's pressuring us. No problem. I'm going to fight back with villas. Again, like I always teach. We're going to bring in some villagers. Spearman will come to defend. You have to continue running. There we go. So he's going to get some nice value there. It's not a free trade, though, because we killed 2 scouts. See that? It's not too bad. And now we're going to attack. So here I'm overloading his mental with that pressure. I'll defend with the spear. All right. And now I'm going to look to transition to a stable as well. And now I can pressure. So this is free value. Killing this villager is free value. See how I overloaded him on the bottom by baiting him to the other side? Kill it for free. Back up. This is another free trade. Keep running on the bottom. We're going to run again. Meanwhile, he took a hit here. So there's a lot going on, and this is why we need a lot of examples. Alright, so here, the free value of me running around has been phenomenal. Too much on gold, though. That's just me being bad. Gotta adapt that a little. So here, I'm luring him towards free value. He dodges. And now I want to continue the initiative while I wait for my stable to be added. I don't want to just let him get away with just walling up his base, okay? Let me just try to fix my economy. This is a free trade. I'm taking it. See that? We always take that. It's a free trade. He hits us once. It's negligible. I should have killed that one too. I'm bad though. And then I'm going to look towards the bottom. Bad fight. Disengage. Alright, now we're going to look to add the stable. So now we just literally disengage here. And we're going to wait for the stable to come through to continue playing aggressive based on new information. Alright. With these 3 archers, I could try to sneak them to the other side as well. We'll see if there's an angle there or not. But for now, it's just us running away. There's no point of using these spearmen at all, so I'm just going to send them back. That should be good enough. And I'll wait for the scouts to come through. And then we're going to continue playing aggressive. So as you can see, he started off by attacking us. But with good defensive principles, we were able to turn that attack on him. And he killed a villager, and we also killed a vill. But he invested more to kill the villager because he lost 2 scouts. We didn't lose a single unit on offense. And now we just disengage. Alright. So if I couldn't disengage, I'd take the best trade possible. But I could disengage, so no need. Now I can re-engage. Let's take the initiative again, so the cycle repeats. I'm trying to take the initiative down here. I can try to sneak. No. Free value. See that? Free value on him making a palisade wall, overloading his mental. And meanwhile, we can look to pressure and win the fight in the front. So now we have to look for good trades. We lost the spearmen, but they don't matter too much. That's a good trade. We can take it on the hill. He has to go back. There we go. So a lot going on here, of course. And meanwhile, we just try to set up things at home. And if you notice, I skipped Horse Collar as well. Did mention I talked about that. I didn't get it. So it's not the best upgrade to play aggressive. Here he looks like he's going to clean me up. I'm going to run away. If he brings more scouts, I'll take the best trade possible. Meanwhile, let's regain the initiative on the front again. How cool is this? We're just doing the 6 points over and over again with different groups of army. Alright, so here it's a good fight. I'll look for it. This is actually a free trade. We're taking the free trade. Gonna force the reaction of him just going back. And now maybe I can go in here. Is there a chance? Now I have to decide if I want to continue making units. This is a free trade. There we go, free scouts. Continue pressuring. Bring in more archers. More scouts and archers can come through. Okay, I'm forcing a reaction. Very good. Trying to keep my economy good as well. Oh my goodness, I'm old. Bad reaction. I'm washed. Wheelbarrow can come through. This looks like a good fight, a winning fight. I'm going to be patient. Again, this is just free value that I'm getting of just forcing him to react constantly. Now I'm looking for the engagement. It's a good fight. I can choose to disengage at any point, though. Free farm, free farm. Killed the farm, minus 60 wood. Free value. I'll take it. Now I'm going to cut archer production because I'm actually a bit low on gold. I need a market to fix that. You fix your economy while playing, of course. Nobody's going to wait for you. This looks like a good trade, so I'm going to take it. Free value to get that villager to hit me. Go back. Now she goes on a farm. He can't wall. So again, more value. Now I'm going to look to pressure here. This is free value. I'm going to push him off a wood line for no cost of mine. Now I'm looking for a good trade here. I will only engage if it's convenient. This looks convenient. I'll engage. Force the tower. Not bad. It's a good fight, so I'll take it. It was decent. Not as good as we wanted. Yeah. And now we force the tower. So now I could disengage, but let's look for a little bit more free value. Because his army is kind of weak there. And I'm a little greedy. So I'm going to look for a bit more free value. And this is where a lot of people would miss it. I can come here and just kill Vil. The tower's up, but this is free value. Forcing him to garrison. Free value. Now we've finished the economy upgrades. Let's just stick around. Meanwhile, I have to plan my follow-up. I'm looking at knights, probably. But let's continue getting free value. Oh, beautiful. So now I'll go for the second stable, so we can go aggressive again in Castle Age. Repeat the cycle in Castle Age. We'll get more upgrades. If I can. I think I can. There we go. Still getting value here. He has to force the garrison. Amazing. There's a weak Vil there. I'm going to look for him. Doesn't quite get it. I don't get it, but it's fine. He's garrisoning. He's forced to defend constantly. This is so annoying for him. And I'm not losing a single unit for it. Maybe some HP, which is negligible. If it's a bad fight, I can always back up, alright? I'm planning a big knight play behind this. I'm not planning to upgrade my crossbows, so I could try to trade those. But if for the sake of the video here, I don't want to just waste units. I want to play smart. Okay, forcing more skirmishers. See that? He was sticking around. Almost killed that guy. Forced him to go back. Still free value. Why not? And my opponent is completely overloaded, of course. He hasn't done anything to me because I'm attacking the whole time. I'm playing fully open, by the way. If it's a pro player. I'm full open if it's a pro player. He hasn't attacked me once besides the first attack. It's really quite impressive if you think about how good you can be when attacking, like how much you can get done. It's quite impressive. The attacking player is always having so many nice advantages. Yeah, I lost one archer. Small mistake for sure. I want to point that out too. So here I'll get +2 right away. Start spamming knights. I can fight here, or I can just back up to make him forget about me for a second. He might try to wall again. That's another thing you can do. And now let's look for another entrance. And meanwhile, while I attack him with knights, I'm going to expand my economy. Because attacking does not have to be an all-in at all. Now we back up here a little bit. And this is overloading his mental stack as well. Why? Because now he knows that this army's here. He doesn't know where it is. Free value. He hits back. It's still a good trade. We're going to take it. I misclicked because I suck. Back up, no problem. I'm still happy with the free value that I got, which is completely fine. I'll go for the next TC as well. Now I'm going to attack him with knights. Now in this army, attacking here is a bit predictable, but if I attack him with knights first, and then if I sneak in under the tower, I can get really good value there from this army. So let me see if I can combine both of those at the same time. So here we go. He's going to go Jan Swordsman, so my archers will be useless. So I'm going to look to get a good fight here with the knights. Meanwhile, the archers will just go sit under the tower, okay? So these scouts on the inside are quite important. The archers will be wasted here because they're not very useful if I don't get value right now. But I'm going to use them to get my knights in. Excellent. Scouts at the back. I'm going to overload his mental there with those guys. And I will continue farming and maintaining everything in the meantime. We can fight here. This is going to be good trades. If it's a bad trade, I can disengage at any point. Free value with that villager. You see that? Not too bad. Always looking for free value whenever I can get it. Disengage is not really the best fights. That one is, though. Take that one. Scouts can continue running. More knights coming through. So I got a free trade on the bottom. These guys are weak. I can send them back. Go for that villa up top. Oh, nice. Free value. Farm, thank you. And look at this. His mantle's completely overloaded. It's completely overloaded. It's hilarious. Quick wall, no problem. Go to the next, no problem. Free value, thank you very much. Okay, he's defended here. Yeah, back up. And he's got a monk. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to get a monk myself. And now I can just try to break out. Not break up. Hopefully not. This guy's useless. I'm going to use him to scout the map instead. Alright. So if you just look at what we achieved in that small segment of attacking, and again, most people would run in. Oh, can I kill a villain? No? Okay, I'll go back. No problem. Oh, he made a tower? Oh, okay, let's go back. But me sticking around here and him being open here prevented him from walling the front. If 100%, if I left here, he would wall this and wall the front. Because he would not be thinking about anything else. You see how we made the game so hard on him? So now we can heal. Let's go back to step 1 of picking a good strategy for follow-up. Okay, so now he's attacking us. Remember when I said we don't have to attack all the time? Prime example. So now I don't need the initiative. At this moment, let's give him initiative. I have a vill lead. I'm 3 TC. We don't need the initiative. So what I can do is take the time to set up my economy. I'm going to heal my units. Alright? And the one scout actually found these guys, which is really funny. And now we can look to take a good trade on his units, which is very nice. So now I'll just wait. We're going to bring in more knights. Forging would be very nice. And now we can just take the engagement. He's going to take the best trade possible. You see what he's doing there? He's also a pro player. He's going to look to take the best trade possible. But, you know, I'm Hera. Not going to let him do that. He will get exactly 0 kills here. Sorry, guys. Oh, he might get one. He's going to get one. The freaking sucker. Got one in the end. What can you do? He's a good player, man. And maybe I'm just not. Maybe I'm just not. So he got 1 kill. Should have been 0. Alright, rebellion, no problem, we'll take it. Surely I get the conversion, right? There we go. Okay, cool. So again, now we don't have to play aggressive right now because we have the economy. Look at the score, it's looking good. Now let's reassess the situation. For sake of argument, I don't have to play aggressive here. Oh, we'll wait. Oh, this I can just engage. It's a good fight, so I just won't think much about it. We'll just engage. I'll try to take the best fight possible still. Okay. Cool. So now let's pick the strategy. Knights are working. He doesn't have a counter. But he could get a counter in the form of pikemen. So what I could do now is just get a ballistics and some ranges preemptively. Do you have the thing? What thing? Let's get some skirmish, not skirms, excuse me, some cav archers set up. Maybe I can get to Imperial Age. But actually, like I said, for the sake of argument, let's just pretend we have to attack here. So I'm going to continue adding knights. I'm going to go all in Castle Age with knights and cav archers. For that, I'm going to need more gold. The no conversion Mr. Yo thing. Ah, okay. And equal to GG. Fair enough. Just making a little joke at the end there. I didn't catch it, but he was a bit mad about the conversion. Fair enough. It was a long one, actually. But okay. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, okay. Anyway, that's taking my. I'm trying to make a video right now. He's focused on the game, which is fair enough, but I don't want to lose my train of thought. So again, that was action packed, information packed. I hope that was not too overwhelming. Really, I hope it wasn't overwhelming. But let's recap a little bit. So I choose the strategy first. Let me actually pull the 6 things on the screen here just so you remember them. So we're going to start with number 1, which is choosing the correct strategy. So that was us opening archers first. And remember, we don't need to attack from the very first minute. Because a lot of times, like for example, if the point of the game is to get always an aggressive start, just send a Vil forward, make a forward barracks, and make militia. But obviously, that's not the best strategy all the time. So you have to choose the correct strategy to play sensibly. So our opponent has a good men-at-arms civ. I don't really have the best one. Let's open archers. On the off chance that he doesn't attack, that he doesn't go men-at-arms, I can still play an aggressive archer build. He goes stable opening with Wu. Very solid one, right? No problem. I try to take the initiative with spearmen. It kind of works. I get the initiative in the sense that I get, some nice hits in the middle of the map. I get information about his base. I can maybe start harassing villagers. Didn't happen this game, but it could be. Then he attacks me anyways. I defend with villagers by using the good defensive principles that I always teach. And then I start sending my archers forward. I don't keep my archers at home, try to wall and wait. No, I'm looking to gain the initiative. So archers come forward and manage to snipe one Vil for free. His Vil, why was his Vil worse than mine? Let's talk about this. He killed one Vil, but he did it with resistance. He was resistance. He looked for winning fights or good trades. So he got one Vil, but there was resistance. I killed 2 scouts for it. The villager I killed, I lost 0 units for it. So my Vil that I killed was worth more than what he killed, because he paid more for it. All right. Then, after we killed the villager with our archers, we couldn't have any more free villager kills, but it didn't mean that we had no more free value. So we looked for tons of more free value to the point where we brought in more archer units down here. We kept the wall open. We kept his walls open, which he desperately wanted to wall. As you can see, he walled it here, although there's still a hole. Then we forced a tower. We forced him off this wood line. We killed a few villas and forced idle time on the farms. So much free value that came at the cost of no units dying. Imagine if this game was so black and white that I'm like, okay, send my archers here. We couldn't kill anything. He left the wood line. That sucks. Okay, let's just leave because there's nothing more to be done. Or let's just send them under the tower right away and try to kill something. And if not, then it's fine. We lost the army. That would obviously be a very limited view of things. So what I try to do instead is try to get the max amount of free value as possible. But then as soon as I realize that my units will be useless, then I'm going to go to the next step, which is to, hold on. Then I'm going to go to the next step of trying to take winning fights. And if there's no more winning fights, like at the last point where he has a tower, he has Gent swordsmen on the field, my archers can either go back and sit back and do nothing for the rest of the game, or I can there's no winning fights, so I can look to disengage, so I could do that. Or if I can't disengage or don't want to, I look for the best trade possible. In that instance, sending my archers to sit under the tower allowed my knights to get in from the top. So in that point, taking the best trade possible meant sacrificing my archers to let my knights get in. So the archers walked so the knights can run. That's a nice thing to have in this moment as well. And once the knights came in, I just repeated the principles. I just looked for free trades, or look for free value. If there's no free value, I look for winning trades. If there's no winning trades, I look to disengage, which I did with the low HP knights. So as you can see, the 6-step methodology, I'm just repeating it the entire game with all the army, with each army, every unit that I make. It's kind of insane and very intense. So I hope I'm making any sense. I feel like half of the people watching this at this point might just think that I'm a mad scientist and it's like, oh, this guy's crazy. Let's just click somewhere else. But I truly hope that it's making some sense, and hopefully with more examples, it could be made even more clear. And again, the last thing I want to highlight is just how much of a winning position I got myself in, despite having 0 walls. Nobody plays this way, guys. All right, and I'm not saying you have to play this way. I'm showing you guys an extreme example where I'm forcing aggression, but you don't have to play like this in all of your games. And this is the point that I might make on a later video, but I'll make it now briefly, where you can attack in some games, and then another game, look at my map, I'm like, oh, back gold, I can easily wall. I'm not going to attack this game. I don't play defensive this game. I'm going to use the other things Hera taught me. So I'm not teaching you guys to always play aggressive, even though I'm forcing it in these games. But for example, with this map, forward gold, pretty difficult to wall. This was actually a perfect aggressive map. And so playing open with the Huns as well, no houses, hey, that's solid. It works. And I gave myself a huge advantage. Like, it's 80 vills to 50 vills. This is ridiculously strong. Despite, again, me not killing 1,000 villagers with my first archer rush. My opponent didn't play horribly. He just, you know, we just kind of took good trades consistently. So that's enough for this one. On to the next game. All right, here we go. So we got second game. And I wanted to showcase 2 games in this video at least. I might do 3 though. We'll see. Because I want to show you guys different situations. Because again, like, I can just sit back and say, oh, listen, all this aggressive stuff, you know, it depends on so many factors. You know, you'll never get it, guys. But what I like to do is show you guys what it depends on. And then hopefully, with enough repetition, with enough examples, you know, you'll at least have a head start on where your mind should be at. And I think that's going to really help over time in your own games. Because you get a few examples here, and then in your own games, you have plenty of examples to work on. So that's the idea. Hopefully, it does actually work in practice for you guys. I really do hope these videos are helping, and this one in particular. So with that said, let's try another example. And we'll do the exact same thing. The same 6 criteria. Didn't change. Sicilians, Aztecs. Okay. It's a hard matchup. I'm not going to lie. But let's see. What can we do aggressive with Sicilians? You know, maybe this whole random civ thing was a mistake after all. But no, I'm totally joking. We can still manage this one. Okay, so cool. So I get chickens this time. So, you know, phenomenal. No problem. We're going to do the Patreon chicken build, where we're going to mill them early. Okay. Someone asked me in my chat the other day, is that still valid? I said, yeah, of course. Why not? It's actually better now, because the chickens got buffed, which is weird to say, but they have now 75 HP. Not HP, food. 75 HP would be actually broken. They have 75 food, so we're going to take them nice and early, and that's going to be good. And again, I have a whole video about this on Patreon, but the purpose of getting the chickens done early is that hopefully if he attacks me, notice how they're on the front. If he attacks me in early game, hopefully by the time he attacks me, my chickens will be almost done or finished. So I can just leave. I don't have to feel forced that, you know, I need to be here to take my chickens. I can just leave, and it's no harm done to my economy. That's the main idea. So essentially, it's just a way to take the chickens while remaining pretty safe as well at home. Okay, next let's start with the checklist. I have to pick my strategy. And notice last game as well, I picked my strategy early, but I also picked my strategy afterwards, separately, like in Castlage, for example. So there's always moments where you have to pick your strategy, but of course, at the start of the game, you have to pick your strategy to try to play aggressive. Now with Sicilians, I'm going to try to use the free donjon, or the donjon counting as a production building, which then can let me make a range for free without needing a barracks. I'm going to use that bonus to try to play aggressive, okay? And my opponent also being Aztecs means he does not have access to cavalry. So I can easily go sergeants plus skirmishers, and that's going to be a really nice aggressive strategy. So with all that said, let's go ahead and do that. So I picked the strategy. Let's go ahead and, you know, just finish off the Dark Age. And hopefully I can put myself in a good position using that strategy where I'm able to attack him, and hopefully he won't be able to attack me too much himself. And again, your opponents can always counter-attack. You know, me attacking my opponent does not mean that he has to accept the defensive position. Like we saw in the first game with his scout raids. But let's start here. So I'm looking at donjon probably right here on the gold and on the wood. I think that could be really good, actually. I've spotted his chickens. He's not taking them, which means he might be actually going for a rush. He wants a Dark Age militia rush, which means that he'll have his barracks come up sometime soon. And the next hint for that is actually if he has extra vills on wood or not. So I'm going to try to scout that up. I won't try to hit this vill or anything like that. Again, no early game cheesy advantages like the last one. I want to show you guys that this methodology works you know, under fair or let's say not fair, but usual circumstances. You don't need anything special to happen. Next we'll go make a lumber camp, which is the next step here. I am looking for his lumber camp. I don't see it. Not seeing a whole lot from him at the moment. Is it possible he's taking just straggler trees? No, I think I saw it there at the end. There we go. 3 vills. Honestly, 3 vills can be a barracks, cannot. It's inconclusive. We'll take a look. I just want to check because it's quite important. I think it's usually not though. So I'll go 19 with loom. That's basically the fastest I can do while still maintaining a good economy without deer. And now I'm just scouting this map. So now I found the main gold, found the wood, found everything. I could decide to go for a tower rush, by the way. Like a sergeant or dungeon forward, start making sergeants and stuff. But just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you guys without tower rushing, at least not initially. I might use it as a follow-up, but not initially. And the reason is, I don't believe that you have to go for any kind of all-in strat just to put aggression or just to go for an attack. So this will follow in my very usual, more or less safe style to play. Or let's say calculated. I don't think I'm a safe player. I think I'm a calculated player. I don't like to take risks that are nonsensical or not needed. So opponent has a wood line here, and this is also part of it, like looking at where I can attack. Oh, so he did go for the drush in the end. I was right. So now, again, we can abandon here. Hopefully I don't lose a bill. Maybe. Can be difficult. Okay, we saved her. Now I have to save her as well. Oh my goodness. I really hope I can get away. Yes, I got away. And again, I only lost 2 chickens, so it's okay. Now I have to just finish this. Let's send my scout back, actually. And now he's taking it late, okay. So yeah, he's doing the militia like we thought. Now I can just fight here a little bit. So he will do similar things to what we normally do, with looking for value and such. And I think we'll continue with the main plan of just getting some sergeants out in the field. Which means I'll need a mining camp. How much do they cost even? Can't make them. Hold on. And now I'll just get here. And here I'll get both upgrades. Why? Why this game I get both upgrades and last game no? Last game, skipping horse collar let me make 2-3 spears to send them forward. Here, skipping horse collar, it doesn't make me get more army on the field. Like, my army is blocked by, like, the gold income. They cost 25 gold. And it's blocked by just needing the range anyway. So it'll take some time whether I get horse collar or not. And so I might as well get horse collar, which will help me with the long-term army, army management. Long-term pressure. Let's get a few more to wood, because I have to pull a couple off. I've got the sergeants now to defend. So we'll defend first, of course. Let's be sensible about this. But then as soon as I don't need to defend, let's go forward, alright? So I won't chase forever. Now I'm looking to actually get the initiative here. So I hope you can see that we're also going to be sensible here. We're not going to just chase his army around forever. We'll start with just sergeants. I don't want to make skirms just yet. Because I only want to make skirms against archers. And he's only making militia so far. So I just attack him with the sergeants. And now we're going to look for the same style. We're going to look for free value. Look at this. Free value. 4 vills idle. For free. That's it. Just by attacking with a scout. Force the range. Yeah, so the range for us will make sense. Let's prevent him from walling. This is free. This is free. Idling the gold. Beautiful. It's still free. Oh, might get a vill. Back up. Another free trade in the militia. Men at arms are in. We disengage. And now we just run. Okay. So I'm going to run up here. I'm going to do something sneaky. I'm going to engage with the other sergeant at the same time. And see if I can get a situation where I can still be the aggressor. He might get bored of chasing me and just go to attack me. But let's see. Let's try to pull that stunt. And if it works, it would be nice. If not, then no problem. There we go. Overloading the mental a little bit. This is free value. Not free anymore. I'll back up. He's consistently defending and I'm consistently attacking here. How beautiful is that? Just by using fundamentals. Let's pass. Free value. Him quick walling. Amazing. Now Archer will take some hits. Cool. Look for this Vil. Nice. Free value on the Vil. Maybe free value on the Archer. Might kill the Archer now. No, not quite. Keep running around. Cool. And now I can actually make the decision. I might not need a range even. These Sergeants have provided enough aggression. This counterattack here with one Eagle, not going to be very impressive. Free value on the Eagle now. I'm getting free value on defense. Like, how cool is that? Bring in more Sergeants. Here I'm in a tricky situation where I have to disengage. I can snipe that Archer though. That's a good trade. There we go. That's another good trade. Continue disengaging. We'll run back. And now I'm going to play towards Castle Age. So I'm using only a little bit of aggression here. It puts so much pressure on my opponent. But wait, here's the thing. Going Castle Age might be really risky because he's got fletching archers on the field. So let's just in case make a range. And so I can have at least something to deal with his archers. So I'll make some skirmishers. Might need a market though, we'll see. I could hit the Vil, but instead I'm going to walk past, get some free value there of him reacting. And here I'm going to turn on the men-at-arms. Good trade. I mean, it's just... I hope you can see just how much value I'm getting. Now he has the archers. Now I'm going to run away. And I'm going to throw him for another loop. I'm going to throw him for another loop here. So all that army that he has, it's not attacking me. So I don't have to make a skirm now. Unless he wisened up. Sent the archers away. In which case we punish by taking a fight. Now I know the archers are coming to me. Now I'll make the skirms. Oh, they're still here. Hold on. Mistake on the sergeant. Okay, my bad. I think that's my first mistake of the game, though, so hopefully I'll be excused. Hasn't been too bad. It's been a solid game so far. Let's get a blacksmith. I'll still make some skirmishers, because now the archers he has are unaccounted for. I'll keep one sergeant at home to defend against eagles, and I will play to the next age. Here I could just run in. Free value. Idle time. Thank you very much. Like, just for free. I'm just running. I take no damage. Yeah. And now we're really min-maxing. You guys are going to get mad at me here, but technically it is correct for me to hit and run here. Yep. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I feel really cheeky, but... technically this is correct. I want to show you the extent that you can get that. I did lose the unit in the end, but still got reasonable trades there. Here I was maybe a little underprepared, let's say. We have to try to use our quick wall skills, which we don't have many these days, but decent. But okay, we've got the skirmishers. And now I have to do the strategy part again, so I have to now reevaluate my strategy. I'm going to stick on the same idea. More sergeants, more skirms. But I need to defend first. And then my next window to attack is going to be in Castle Age, okay? Should I wall this? Might as well wall something. I could chase him, but honestly, one thing I can do is just wall this up and not have to worry about him coming in again. Honestly, that might be better. So then I can just focus on attacking 100%. And this dungeon is really doing a good job of defending my golden wood. Yeah, I like that concept. Just walling up a little bit. Not having to worry about him so much. And then I can focus my aggression straight forward. So let's get some armor now. Maybe I've got a little too much wood. I can pull one off for a couple farms. Not many though, because I still need to get elite skirm. So now elite skirm plus sergeants will be my next attack, okay? Walling is going well. Very good. This was a bit weak. We'll send her back early. And now let's attack again. So I've walled up a little bit. Now let's attack. Alright. So sergeants get upgraded naturally. I'll get extra stats naturally, I should say. This house is really blocking some farms here, guys. We gotta delete it. And here we go. I could chase the army. I'm looking for the initiative. So point number 2. Let's get squires. Oh, I need a barracks for squires. I think it might be worth getting, guys. Which, that's annoying, but I think it's worth it. We're gonna force at minimum here. Minimum a tower. I'm gonna keep my reinforcements at home. That's another Patreon tip. Patreon video. It's all about the Patreon, guys. All the tips are here. Skirmishers, getting free value. Amazing. Go to the wood right away. Don't waste time. There we go. Try to kill a Vil if I can. I mean, amazing if I can. If not, just still get some value from him. Can't break in here, but can harass the rest of the wood line, which I will look to do. Sergeants can go forward. No reason to have them at home. I can just defend with only reinforcements. Look how he's hanging on to that wood line, which means that he probably does not have a lot of options right now. Which means... Oh, he's now... See, look at this. He's now defended with his units instead of attacking me. Offense, the best defense, I swear. This video is helping me more than anyone, I think, to be honest. Okay, let's attack. Let's go around here. I can get this. It's good for Sicilians. So I'm still looking for the same principles. I have my strategy. I have the initiative. I'm looking for free value now. Okay. Again, just free hits on the eagle. Like, I'll take that. That's free. There we go. One eagle dead for free. I love that word. It's just so nice. It's just good. Let's expand here a little bit. So those walls were useless in the end, but still good. They gave me security for when I needed it. Here, I might have to disengage or take the best trade possible. If I can disengage, I'll do it. But yeah, it could have been a situation where I have to take the best trade possible. Now, I don't need these guys at home. I can send them forward. Amazing. So again, we're in a situation where I'm just constantly attacking. You're getting the hang of it, right? You seeing what I'm looking for? The hell? What was that guy doing? And see, he made a mistake now. Freeville. If I didn't attack it the first time, I probably wouldn't have killed it the second time. There's another Freeville out here. I mean, it's just a reward for me playing well. I don't even know what that one was, but we'll take it. I run back. And my economy has not been the best, but it's okay. So now I can hit the house. That's free value. While I wait for armor. And meanwhile, with the skirms, I'm just looking for something. No ballistics for him, so I might as well look for trades. -1 house. Again, it's nothing to brag about, guys, but it's some harassment, some value. We'll take it. I'll continue making the same units. This time I can go forward with them, because there's no threat of him attacking me at all. He has like no units whatsoever, so might as well. Oh, he wants the wall here. So me defending or breaking this wall is good value. Let's just do that. When did he get that wall? I feel like I was just here. Yeah, it looks like he just got it recently. Probably wants a TC. Yeah. I'm not gonna hit that vill again. He won't let me get it. Let's go for another one. Oh, I'm missing like one skirm. Oh, he has ballistics now? I think he has ballistics now. Yeah, he does. So now it's not free anymore. So I may have to consider going back here. Still, I got good value. We'll try to disengage. His army is now strong. So now I'm going to look for another TC. To get that, I'm going to need actually a market. My bad. I could fight that, but I mean, it's not a free fight, so I have to wait. Kind of pick the right moment. I'll just disengage for now. I don't think I'm forced to fight him. Well, where are you going, villager? These guys can go for their thingy. I can go for wheelbarrow. Okay, cool. So I've kind of just reassessed a little bit. So now it's back to picking my strategy. I'm back to number 1. I think my strategy is still good. Let's fight. I think I have a winning strat still. I'm gonna use my skirms to hit his crossbows, and then the sergeants in front would just kill everything else. No ballistics, so it's a bit harder for me, but should be still doable. Oh god, I messed up. Hopefully this is good. Yeah, it's really hard. Maybe I just need more ranges, right? So maybe another range could help out. So was that a good trade or not? I don't know, but I've kept the initiative, which is nice. No free value to be had because nothing's free when he has ballistics right now. Let's go back. The new strategy, more ranges. So same concept, but just more of it. Okay, let's continue developing. That's my house lady. And you can kind of see that I'm trying to keep the habits strong in terms of everything else flowing smoothly. Okay. So not enough skirms. I can wait. I can't get free value here with the infantry, unfortunately, just because he does have ballistics, and he can easily kill my units if I get too close to him. So I just have to wait for more army. But again, it's just sensible aggression. It's not like we're attacking. I'm not a freaking brute that has to fight, you know? I really want to make that a point, because I feel like people have this idea that it's either... They try to put me in this box of like, oh, is Hera an aggressive player, defensive? No, he's always 4TC booming. That must be a defensive player. But I like to see the game a little differently. I like to be the guy who is calculated. Sometimes I do one thing, sometimes I do another. And I think that's the beauty of this game. You don't have to be put in a box where you have to do one thing only. No, we're changing things up. Now we've got a good amount of skirms, though. Let's look to pressure. Hold on. He's attacking me. So what do we do here? Counterattack. Beautiful counterattack from us. Skirms at home to defend. And that's it. Monk will die, of course, but that's fine. Oh, Jaguar Warrior is amazing from him. Might need to swap my strategy to set that up. But for now, I have the numbers, so I want to continue pressuring. There's actually a hole there, which is hilarious. He will see it, of course. He's a really strong player. Not gonna skip out on an opportunity like that. We'll just try to react. Meanwhile, I'll attack myself. Oh, he killed the farm there. He got some free value. You see that? No pro can give up free value. Now I have to like try to close the distance here. Meanwhile, I have to try to attack him. Yeah, this is gonna get nasty, but you know, it is what it is. We maybe waited a little too long. Maybe that's a mistake. We'll have to review that at the end. Because I'm taking too much damage now. But it's okay. We'll clean that up. And let's look to get back on the aggression. So, against Jags, I'm going to need probably ballistics first and foremost. Let's get another town center to recoup some of the lost villagers. Not free there, so I'll look to disengage for a bit. Also, I'll probably stop making these units and switch to maybe Cavalier and Castle Age to counter the Jags that he has. And in the meantime, oh, I could look to just take relics. Killing the mining camp is the best thing I can do here. Here, I can't stop that castle, sadly, so I'll just take the relics. And that should be hopefully decent. And what I could do back here is actually just make, like, for example, this is not bad. We could make, you know, something happen here. Why are they stuck? Oh, I think Jags are insane, by the way. I don't think I can even fight that. +2 armor. I really don't think I can fight those guys. I'll try just for the sake of the video. I'm not sure if that's a good fight. Maybe I'll take the hill. We'll check back in a second there. But my new strategy is just to go for the Cavalier next stage. Oh, I actually won the fight. Wow. Maybe I'm overestimating those guys. I don't know. Maybe they suck. Who knows? Yeah. So now I will for sure win this next fight. Because I've just taken a test fight against this. But now I have a dungeon. So now I know I win. And, you know, I don't have to force it even. I'll go make another dungeon here. So I just want to bother him as much as possible. And this is what I would say. This is not in the free value category. This is more like in the good trades category. And we're getting to the point where I might have to just try to take the best trade possible. So here I have a decision to make. Do I fight or do I run? I think I fight, honestly. But targeting the villagers is what I want to try and do here. Not the Jags. So that's where I see the value. That's what I think is a good trade. Because this army is useless. I'm already going to switch away from it. Yeah, we're going to go into the best trade possible route now. Which is just to sacrifice them for villagers. And then behind it, handcarts, relics, and Cavalier. I mean, that sounds very reasonable. And I mean, it's not even like bad value here. Think of how the idle time that I'm getting. Think of how much I'm killing. Snag that relic, why not? Oh, fast though, my brother, fast. Okay, now I'm really floating resources, so I gotta set up the next trap fast. My bad. These scrims will be important, by the way. So I'm not gonna waste these skirmishers because they will actually be my counter to him adding pikemen. Oh, I can't leave with this relic. Damn it. Yeah, I'm stuck here forever. I'll leave him there forever. Until I kill this castle. Which actually, maybe I play for that. Let me play for that real quick. Let's play for this hill. So now I need hand carts. I can get the mining upgrade. I'm gonna need a castle at some point. Bloodline, start making some knights. This is nice, but maybe some outposts could be good as well. I have to take the relic. How many relics do I even have? I have 3, and I have the other 2 in my possession, which is really good against Aztecs. Here I defend. And I'm waiting for Cavalier. Let's get +4 armor first. I mean... That's decent for him, but it's not even that good. Oh, I really couldn't repair at all? Oh, wow. Sorry, I thought I can repair there. My bad. Next TC, no problem. I mean, this is good from him, to be fair. He's applying similar principles to me. And again, a lot of pros know these concepts, by the way. What I'm teaching is not revolutionary, but a lot of pros just don't teach them, right? That's like the main idea. Try to shove him down. I have to wait for my upgrades, though. I think we need... Like, those things are not easy to beat. We need to wait for, like, Mass Cavalier. Many units there. Gotta fix some of those up a little bit. Open up the air condition as well. They don't teach that on Patreon. So now I'm on defense again. I need to try to come up with a way to attack again. So let's defend first with the Cavalier. I think I have a winning strat, though. Cavalier, and then if he defends those... I can go for skirmishers if he goes like pikemen, which I already have some on the field. I can't do anything else against this. Maybe Arbalest you could argue, but you know, I made a choice. I chose Cavalier. Let's see if it's good enough now. Here I can invest into a castle. It's gonna defend the gold. Maybe I just don't take it right away though. Honestly, I think what I might do is just counterattack. Just straight up counterattack here. And I'll just defend with my castle. We'll get maybe another one going. And I'll defend with the reinforcements. Because, like, if you think about what he can do here, it's not really that much to me. I'll just counterattack. Take the initiative again. I forced him into a bad fight because he has the counterattack. And now I can just raid him to bits and pieces, hopefully. Is this a bad fight? Hold on. Back up a little bit. Nice. Okay, so now with this raid, we look for free values away from the castle. I'm missing some armor. Okay, I mean, this is just self-explanatory at this point. GG. Amazing. The decision to counterattack. Do you know what that was? That was point number 2. We had the strategy of the Cavalier. I was autopiloting, so I was like, oh, I have to defend. People are watching. If I don't defend, they're going to stop watching me. They're going to think I'm bad. But then I stopped. Point number 2. Get the initiative. So I counterattacked. Now the initiative's all mine. He has to react. He makes a bad reaction. And he actually takes a poor fight in the front as well. Loses his army. And then I'm able to win the game. But I mean, okay, I think this is enough for the video then. 2 games I think we showcased a lot. There's a lot of information here. If you guys like this video, let me know in the comments on Patreon. And I'll maybe do a part 2. Same concept, just more examples. But I do want to recap this real quick. So we chose the correct strategy. We started with sergeants. We defended the militia, right? He was the first person to attack. But the point of playing aggressive is not the first guy to attack. It's the guy that maintains aggression for the longest time that usually gets the most value there. So we used the sergeants. We pressured our opponent. After defending the militia, we got infinite value with the sergeants. And my commentary there showcased exactly what we were looking for. Tons of free value, tons of looking for winning fights, but also a lot of disengaging and then re-engaging, all right, with different groups. And yeah, I think we had maybe one of this at the end as well. So if you can't disengage, look for the best possible trade. We had that at this point, or at the back of his base when we made a sergeant, or sorry, we made a dungeon, and then we looked for like some fights. Then he had like a ton of jags. Okay, let's just dive. We killed maybe 5 vills with that army, and we caused some chaos. Which is it worth it? I don't know, but my point is not to like when you're playing. Is it worth it? Like, give me 30 minutes. I have to think about this. No, you got like 3 seconds to decide what you're doing. That's why you need this checklist in your mind. All right, that's why this checklist is so important. You need this checklist, or else you're gonna be thinking there like, who wins, Jag or sergeants? How many do I need? I just took a fight behind his base because I knew I had to take the best trade possible. If I was hesitant to make that decision, I can just run around here. Then I get quick walled. Then I have to take an even worse fight. Like, who knows what could happen? So I just have to take the best shit possible when I'm not sure. And listen, if I lose that fight, it's not the end of the world. The game is still playable, right? I'm still getting, extra relics or something. And this guy's still here, by the way. I was freeing him, though. I was going to kill the castle and free him. And I actually took this relic down here as well. So I had 5 relics due to my aggression. I played with no walls once again, or maybe a little bit of walls. And I was able to maintain the attack for the majority of the game. So again, this video is either a gem and a masterpiece, or it's the worst video you guys have ever watched, and it was too confusing and none of it made sense. And I honestly don't know how it's going to be received. So again, I'm really looking for feedback, guys, on the Patreon. And if you want to give me extra feedback for these videos, please consider joining my Patreon Discord. I know it's a higher tier, so it's not for everybody. It's the Hussar tier. I think the price is $25 a month. So again, it's not for everybody. But if you want to engage in the discussions, again, feel free to join there. You can ask me questions 24/7 as well about the game. So there is some value there as well to be had if you guys are interested. But if not, just let me know in the comments on the Lightcap tier videos, which this will be a part of. And I'll be more than happy to read them and maybe answer questions a little bit there, and also take some feedback in for the next video. And again, if you like this a lot, if this video nailed and it was a masterpiece, hit the sweet spot of what you guys are looking to learn. I'll do a part 2, same thing, different examples. And again, the beauty is the checklist won't change. I've been using this checklist for like 12 years, and it's only been getting better. Maybe I can use slightly better wording. I'll maybe adapt it, but it's gonna be the same 6 points. It's not like there's no extra theory. It's the same game all the time, right? So again, hope that helps. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, Patrons. Appreciate your support as always. I always try to end with that. You guys are my biggest supporters, and I really do appreciate you guys keeping me in business. Let's just say it like that. So thanks, and I hope this helps. Take care, guys. Peace.